Abitați in California?
Why California? Why? Are you insane? Salvete, I'm Anita, and in today's video I'm going to try the new Duolingo Latin course and give you my first impressions and yeah, basically review the course. When I heard that Duolingo was dropping a Latin course, I was actually pleasantly surprised because essentially what you do on Duolingo is you translate sentences and words, and I think for a language that is dead, that is perfect because you don't really need to think in Latin, you don't need to come up with sentences in Latin, you're not going to talk to people in Latin. I mean, if you do that, if you're trying to bring Latin back, I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. But essentially what you do is you recognize words and you translate them. That's pretty much what people are doing. Duolingo, I mean, it's a free app slash website. Yeah, it's great to get into languages. I don't think it's the best app to actually learn a language. But anyways, for Latin, well, my first thought was that it could work just because you only need to recognize the words, translate them. Obviously you need to know the grammar, things like that, but you definitely don't need to worry about speaking it and coming up with your own sentences. Nowadays you come across Latin words all the time. I mean, it depends on what you're doing with your life. If you're, I don't know, a math student, a law student, obviously classics, things like that, you come across Latin words all the time. And if you want to learn a Romance language, so languages that come from vulgar Latin, then it is very helpful if you know some Latin. Sorry, the camera died. What I wanted to say is I actually took Latin in middle school as an elective, but just for 1 year. I dropped it afterwards. Kind of regret that, but I have my reasons. Okay, so now I'm on the Duolingo side where I can add a new course. Where is Latin? Yeah, it's still in the beta stage, which means that it's not perfect. They will still make a lot of changes. Alright, so start course. I'm not doing a placement test because, like I said, I only had 1 year of Latin. I do know some of the words and I still can conjugate esse, which means to be. Sum es est, sumus est sunt. We got that drilled into our heads and that's why I still know it. I'm not good enough to take the placement test. So I'm definitely starting with the intro. But wait, first I want to see what kind of vocabulary they have. Okay, this looks... Okay, gods makes sense. Feast, okay. Because the thing is they can't make the same tree for Latin than other languages because that wouldn't make sense. Because like I said, you usually translate things, you don't, you know, try to speak Latin in a way like, oh, I just had an avocado toast or something. How will you say that, you know what I mean? So you need very specific vocabulary that you can actually use. So okay, let's get started. Okay, man, vir.
Corina est femina.
Hey, there you can hear that the recording isn't perfect yet, but okay. Is, yeah, a woman, normal.
Livia est puella. Ego sum vir.
I am a man. Okay. Yeah, what I usually do is I also like to see the grammar portion, and that's something you only have on a desktop version. Like if you use it on your phone, you don't have that, and I like to look at that as well before I start a lesson. So yeah, salvete. I'm in a Latin course, no articles, personal pronouns, ego tu, those. Yeah, word order. Latin is very flexible. Okay. Yeah, some SS, you know. Also some pronunciation tips, okay. Yeah, cases, of course, nominative. Also the endings, okay. Then there's the vocabulary section. Pattern, pattern, okay. Okay, that looks good so far. Okay, I'm going to go back to the lesson.
Wir dormit.
Okay. Sleeps.
Ego non sum Stephanus.
I am not Stephanos. I also appreciated that they use those kinds of names, more Roman names. That's good.
Tu non es pater.
Oh my god, that's wow. Oh my god, I need to hear this again. Wait, I'll make it louder.
Tu non es pater.
That's great. That's like I don't know, if you would see like actors on stage speak Latin or something like that. Oh my god, that's amazing. And it's also such a dramatic sentence.
Habitats in California.
Why California? Why? Are you insane? Excuse me? What? What? I just came back from Lyon, France, which was a very important city during the Roman Empire, and it was called Lugdunum. Also my hometown in Switzerland where the Romans were was called Aquae, yeah. And for example Zurich was called Turicum, you know what I mean? So you would use those names and not the names you have today. This is unacceptable. You can't do that. I mean, unless you really, really want to speak Latin, there's no need for you to use modern names, modern words or whatever. That am I overreacting? What do you think about this? Okay, let's move on. Is there a discussion group on this? I would really like to know. Why is no one talking about this? Yeah. The sentence gives off the impression that neither Columbus nor the Vikings were the first to discover America. Yeah. Yeah, why not somewhere that was actually known to the Romans? Alright, so I finished that lesson and I looked at some other things. I just quickly wanted to show you one screenshot. What in the world? You got Boston, Philadelphia and New York? Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Americans, stop Americanizing everything. I get that you want to make it relatable, okay. I have no words. But again, it's in the beta stage, so I hope they will adjust some of it. I think it's good that the tree is not too long. I think it's good that they're using names like Marcos, Stephanos. They should change the names of the cities they use, or states like California. But yeah, I think it's good that they're explaining grammar. I think the explanations are good enough. For Duolingo, voice recordings are also funny. I mean, yeah, very enthusiastic. You're not the father. So yeah, that was funny. And all in all, I mean, a great way to get into Latin, also for some people that are afraid of learning Latin because they think it's very hard. I think it's an accessible way for them to try it and, you know, see what it's like. Again, it's a free course. So I'm not a Latin expert. Like I said, I only had it for 1 year in middle school. I can't, you know, recommend any like good books or whatever. I know that there are a ton of resources out there. But yeah, that was just a quick review of the Duolingo course. They released it a couple of days ago, so that's why I wanted to make a video about it. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful, entertaining. Please let me know what you think of the course. And yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, it would really make my day if you did that. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!